Hi all bush people, I'm out here in the Swedish forest again with a knife I want to show you. It's a Finnish knife. I'm just going to check the name because my pronunciation, I may slay this name because it's in Finnish. It's the Terävä Jääkäripuukko carbon steel knife 140. So it's the 140 millimeters long blade, and just going to show you all what this knife can do. Here we have the sheath of the knife, and as you know, a knife can do what a knife can do, but this knife is pretty damn good for the price. It goes for 60 euros, and you get a really good sheath, a really good knife, all-purpose knife that can take a beating pretty good. So let's check this out. Just make a small demonstration fire with this knife so you can see just how the knife works. We do some light batoning and some feather sticks. As always, it has rained in September. Rained pretty much all day, all night, and I'm looking for some high-standing dead wood to have some dry wood to do my fire. So this will do for a small demonstration fire. I really like the sheath of this knife because it's the dangler style, so it fits me perfectly. Not too high, not too low, so it's a good midway hanging dangler sheath. Just cleaning up this branch so I can saw it in bits. All these dead branches I will use to start the fire also. I'm also going to make me a small batong so I can batong the wood by using a bit of the tree I cut down. Just making a small handle so it's not so thick for my small hands. That should do. Let me just zoom out a bit for you. We have a notch, so it's pretty hard to get through that one. Take a smaller bit. The rest I can use the saw to take it off there. Here we have another notch. I don't want to stress the edge of the knife too much, so I take it easy with the notch, because otherwise you can chip it or roll it depending on the hardness of the steel. This should do. Just rounding it out so it's a bit comfortable to handle. Trying to stay in frame here. It's always a bit hard doing this at the same time checking the camera so I'm on frame. This should do for now. So here I'm going to show you how it's batongs. It's pretty good batonger. You see this wood? The dimension of this wood, and this is the knife. So this is a good piece for this knife. Shouldn't be a problem if you don't have a notch. So there we go, pretty easy. The softwood here is pretty soft because it's pretty rotten, so it's a bit harder to batong, but it works. So we have small notches here, but it shouldn't be a problem for the knife. As you see, the wood, how it splits, Let me focus here. Pretty hard to focus, I see. You see the splitting wood there? It doesn't stress the edge as much when it splits up like that. So everything force is here on the knife and here, not here on the edge. Just in the beginning, but not now when the splitting has occurred downwards. It's a bit smaller piece. So there we go, some batoning. So let's try to make some feather sticks now with a knife. Take this piece. This knife is a Scandinavian grind, so when I'm doing feather sticks it doesn't curl up as much as when I'm using my Fältkniven F1 or A1, because of those knives has a convex grind. So for me it's more easier to do feather sticks with those knives. I can do thinner feather sticks with those knives, but maybe some people are better with Scandinavian knife, a Scandi grind knife, than convex knife. So it's all on your preference, what you like to do, which grind you like. But for feather sticks I like the convex grind. I'm trying to let the knife do the work here without pushing too much, so I can keep the feathers on the stick and not dropping like that. Just keep going, doing some feather sticks, and I will not bore you anymore with this. So now I have made some feather stick with a knife. Here we have the knife. Let this focus, please. Oh damn, there we have this knife after batoning and some feather sticking. Seems pretty good. No edge damage. So here you have the knife, and off camera I did a better job doing the feather sticks. I have some small curls. It all depends how you angle the knife. So if you do like this, the curls will go upwards like that to that side. If you do like this, the curls will go to that side, and if you do straight, the curls will go straight. So all depending how you handle the knife and the angle of the knife and how much you put pressure to the knife depends how your curls will end up. So the knife can do some good feather sticks. It all depends of the handler. So on the way out here I found some birch bark that I can use to start my fire. This bit, it's pretty dry from a dead tree that has fallen. Just going to use my knife to scrape up some birch here. I make some fine dust of this that would ignite pretty good. This stretches the edge pretty much, so you can notice if you have a good steel there, if the knife gets dull too fast or rolls or chip depending on the hardness. You can also use the spine of the knife. If you have a 90-degree spine, you can use the spine to scrape some dust here. So if you want to have a longer lasting edge, use the spine. So here I have a pretty good, I don't know if you can see it, dust, birch bark dust. That would ignite, should ignite pretty good. Just taking a bit of this birch bark and doing some fine strain like this. When I have my first ignition, I can put this on. Just going to get my fire steel from my small goodie bag of fire. As always, I like to use my pretty good fire steel. I don't know if you can see this because it's rolling up here. Just going to take off a bit here so you can see better. Let me check here so I can show you how this works. So now we test the spine of the knife, if it's any good. Just try to angle it so you can see. Some pretty good sparks. There we go. Need to do this fast because there we go. Just gathering my dust on the same place. Oh, I smother it, or I suffocate it. As I told you earlier, it's pretty damp. It's been raining all night, so it may take some. There we go. There we go. So let's put the other parts there so we can get the fire started. You see much smoke, how it sounds, pretty damp. Take my feather stick, just put it like that. My thicker feather stick, the other one, and there we have a fire going. Just going to so there we go. Some fire with a 140. Pretty good knife. So here we have a small demonstration of the Terävä Jääkäripuukko something. I don't know the name. I can put it up so you all can find the knife. It's a pretty damn good knife for the price. You pay 60 euros for an excellent sheath with a dangler. A good high carbon steel knife that you can make razor sharp if you know what you're doing with the steel and how you sharpen a knife. You have a good 90-degree spine. Sometimes my spine came not so sharp, but I just polished it up a bit and got a pretty damn good spine. I really like this knife, and I'm not afraid to using this knife hard because I know it will hold up. So if you, like me, don't have the money for a more expensive knife, I can really recommend this knife for you all. This is the 140, 40 centimeters. I think it's 3.2 millimeters thick spine, and you have a good knife for the outdoors. When you go camping or just want to be out in the forest making some fire, drinking some coffee or some tea, make some food. So here you have it for all you knife liking people. It's a good blade length, so you can baton. They also have a 110, I think 110 millimeters, so 11 centimeters blade, a bit shorter, but it's the same knife, the same steel. You can get it as a stainless steel also version for I think it's 10 euros more, something like that. But I got the high carbon steel because I think this high carbon steel is a bit tougher. The stainless is maybe a bit more softer steel. I'm not sure about that. But if you like a bit not so expensive knife, around 60 euros, then I can really recommend this knife. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Bye.